Tonight's story is called The Train Who Was Terrified of Tunnels. The railway that runs through Horsmarlonerpool isn't very big and it isn't very fast, but it is very, very important. It runs from the Skylands way up in the north, through Horsmarlonerpool and out to the pastures to the west. Some people say, well, what's the use of a railway that only goes north to the Skylands and west to the pastures? But people who lived in Horsmarlonerpool knew the use. The Skylands were magical, which meant they were cold in summer and warm in winter. And when you're cold in winter or too hot in summer, that's a useful place to know. And the pastures were where the cows, sheep, rabbits, grasshoppers and deer lived. Well, they needed a train to go and visit their friends too, and they were very welcome to ride on it. Not only that, the train line branched off down to the harbour so that heavy goods could be brought off ships and into the town. And a second branch ran down to the airport. So it was easy for people to go on holiday with heavy bags, or come back from holiday with even heavier bags and lots of presents. So you see, Skylands, pastures, airport, harbour. If that wasn't a handy railway, then what was? And the people loved it so much that it was very popular. 3 engines were needed to run trains every day, and they were called Six Wheels, Shampoo and Mersey. Six Wheels was the fastest. She was always rushing through stations blowing her whistle. Shampoo was the tidiest, always making sure he looked absolutely perfect. And Mersey was the most helpful, always turning up whenever there was a problem. But what all 3 engines had in common was a love of meeting new people. On this particular day, Pelham the pigeon flew into their shed and gave them some news. A new engine was coming to town, pulling a train tour all the way from beyond the Skylands on a different railway, right through to the pastures. It was a grand train of special tourists who had all heard about how pretty Horsmarlonerpool was and wanted to see it and the pastures for themselves. All 3 engines gathered in Horsmarlonerpool station at 3 o'clock, excited to meet the new loco. I wonder if I should dash ahead and check the lines clear, wondered Six Wheels. I better get the water tower ready. I bet she'll be thirsty, pointed out Mersey, and he quickly shunted over to the sidings. I hope he or she is a clean engine with not too much steam, said Shampoo. I've been polished up especially. When the engine came into view, they saw it wasn't a girl loco, but a boy. He was bright red with 12 wheels and a further 6 on his tender. Behind him, there were 15 shiny coaches. Oh, I see. Goodness, said Shampoo, suddenly feeling a little bit inferior. The tour train hissed into the station and came to rest in an explosion of steam. Hello, said Six Wheels. Nice to meet you. I'm Six Wheels. And I'm Shampoo, said Shampoo. Oh, and over there in the siding, that's Mersey. He's just getting you some water, if you'd like some water. Oh, I have plenty, thank you, said the huge engine. I never try to get too thirsty at work. Pacing yourself, that's the key. My name is Sir Bitumen. Hello, called Mersey, puffing up. Sorry I missed you. I got you some water. Sir Bitumen doesn't want any water, Mersey, said Shampoo. He's pacing himself. Oh, said Mersey. Now, what sort of line is it out to these pastures we've come to see? Said Sir Bitumen. Good and flat or a bit of a climb? Oh, well, started Six Wheels, it's really no bother. You come out of the station here and then approach the old town and go through the tunnel and out towards the valley. What? Said Sir Bitumen. The tunnel? What in the name of custard tarts is a tunnel? The engines all looked at each other. How could an engine as important as Sir Betjeman not know what a tunnel was? Oh, well, it's like a long bridge, said Six Wheels. You know what a bridge is? I saw one once. Didn't fancy going under it, all I can say. All that brick above one's head. It's not natural. Ah, said Six Wheels and turned to the others. We might have a problem here. Oh, a tunnel is like a long bridge, said Mersey helpfully. But it goes on for ages, and it's really dark, and it's full of bats. Oh dear, said Sir Betjeman, and tried to put all his gears into reverse. We don't have anything like that up in the flatlands. Well, because they're flat, said Shampoo. You don't need to tunnel. Railways tunnel through hills, you see. Oh, yes, well, I think I should return, said Sir Betjeman. Get my passengers home. But they've all come to see the pastures, said Six Wheels, and the tunnel is the only way to get there. Sir Betjeman looked terrified, so the 3 engines from Horsmarlonerpool went into a tight circle. They came up with a plan. I'll go on ahead, said Mersey, through the tunnel and scare out any bats. Yes, said Six Wheels, and I'll head off just in front of you, Sir Betjeman, so you can watch for my red light. Just keep an eye on that, and I'll guide you. And I will stay at the end of your train, said Shampoo, in case you decided to go backwards for any reason. And so Mersey steamed off ahead, and then Six Wheels slowly left the station with Sir Betjeman following behind her. Once both trains had left, Shampoo followed, staying close to the very last coach. Mersey charged through the tunnel, making as much noise as he could, causing all the bats to fly out the other end. Then a couple of minutes later, Six Wheels and Sir Betjeman approached. They chugged into the tunnel, and Sir Betjeman closed his eyes. He only opened them a fraction to make sure the red light belonging to Six Wheels was still ahead of him, and then screwed them shut again. There, that wasn't so bad, was it? Said Six Wheels. Sir Betjeman opened his eyes. There was bright sunlight. They were outside. They'd got through the tunnel and they were steaming towards the pastures. As they went under the aqueduct, he barely noticed he was so excited. Charge! Said Sir Betjeman, and accelerated with joy. And within 5 minutes, all the passengers had climbed out of the 15 coaches and were busy taking photos of their new surroundings. Mersey, Six Wheels, Shampoo and Sir Betjeman rested together, now the best of friends. Finally, Sir Betjeman could relax. Well, thank you for helping me today, he said. I'm afraid I must have looked a little bit of a coward. If I hadn't seen a tunnel before, I'm sure I would have been scared too, said Mersey. Here, have some cake to celebrate. Sir Betjeman was happy. Oh, Mersey, he said, tell me, do all those dark sparrows normally sleep on you? They're bats, not sparrows. I woke them up so you wouldn't be scared, and now it's well past their bedtime. What a fascinating place, said Sir Betjeman. I'm going to make sure I bring every tour here. Oh, and see us again, said Six Wheels. Oh, and see you all again, said Sir Betjeman, but not in the tunnel. Next time, I'm going to do that all by myself.